So for all the mothers, daughters, sisters, and friends out there, I would really love to connect with you, to make a difference in your life, and to even save some lives. My hope is to inspire you to trust yourself, to speak your truth, and to even bring some awareness to a medical incident. So let's just say that you had your dream baby and you were on top of the world. And you go to the doctor because you found something in your body that wasn't there before. And the doctor says to you, not once, but twice, that there's nothing to be concerned with. And 9 months later, you got a devastating report that you have cancer. Well, this is what happened to me. While living in Hawaii, I got married, and a year later we came to Florida. After 4 years of trying to conceive, I finally was pregnant. And in my 3rd trimester, I found a lump in my breast. And I immediately called my OBGYN, and the next day I went in to get examined. She assured me that it was nothing. On my way home, I tried to convince myself that it was pregnancy related. 2 months later, I delivered a beautiful baby girl, the love of my life, my earth angel, Josie. We went to the post-op checkup 6 weeks later, and again, I said to her, can we check out this breast lump again? Now, it wasn't as big, but it was still there. And she did. She examined me and says, again, I assure you that it is nothing. And I was on my way. Now, I was very busy breastfeeding and pumping every 3 hours around the clock for about 2 months to try to get milk to come in. Then I started to get lower back pain, and I didn't know why, but I attributed to bending and holding a newborn. The pain grew worse in my back, and so I decided to see a chiropractor. And he took x-rays and started treatment on me, and there was no success with that as well. A few months later, I developed some numbing and tingling in my right leg. And I saw an amazing orthopedic surgeon. And at that time, he ordered an MRI for the next day. And the following day, I laid Josie down for her nap, and I was making baby food, and I received a call that changed my life. My surgeon says to me, Sara, your whole MRI lit up, and it's suspicious for cancer. I froze. I dropped the spoon, and I walked to my chair, and I sat there, trying to figure out what just happened. I was overwhelmed. I was beyond fearful. I called my husband, and we just sat there, not knowing what our next step was. That week, I did every test imaginable, and they diagnosed me with stage 4 breast cancer. The cancer had spread to my bones and to my liver, and at that time I had to get emergent surgery, back surgery, because there was a tumor pushing on my spine. He placed a rod only on one side because the other side the cancer ate through part of my bone. There was cement used as well in my spine, all to stabilize and repair the damage that the cancer has done to me. I went on 2 bouts of radiation and chemotherapy for 3 years. I was pretty sick for a while. I spent a lot of time at the clinic, but I have to say that I am so blessed that my parents came down from Wisconsin and they helped us and they took care of Josie while my husband still continued to work. Throughout all of this mess, I had to try to figure out a way to forgive myself for not speaking up and demanding more legitimate testing than just feeling it. As a nurse, I had trusting relationships with doctors, But at the end of the day, I knew better. Why? Why didn't I speak up? So here I sat. My OBGYN didn't do anything. I came to her with the problem. She didn't do any testing. I went to a chiropractor. He didn't see anything on the x-ray, and he continued to still treat me without further testing, which made matters worse in the end. And finally, the justice system. They had no answer for me either. So there I was, unaided, hurt, shattered, crying for someone to hear me and to back me up. Josie was only 8 months old. I remember her crying in the morning, and I couldn't get out of bed myself. And I was like, oh, Mom, like, I'm the mom, I have to get up and get her, and she's crying, and I had to just sit there until somebody could bring her to me. It was so hard. I don't want this to happen to anybody else. I'd feel like I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't say anything. I have a full-time job now with this new life of mine. I no longer work, and treatment still continues to this day. I go to PET scans frequently, labs, and see my doctors often. The physical and emotional demands are taxing and time-consuming. I take numerous supplements a day, and I have changed my lifestyle and my nutrition. I do spend every day getting motivated and inspired through prayer, through music, quotes, affirmations, and my family and friends. So you were 7 pounds, 6 ounces, and you were 20. Josie, she's going to be turning 4 in a couple months. And it has been absolutely amazing to see her grow and for her to be with me every day. She loves to sing and dance and swim. She loves to tell jokes, and she loves to dress up. We can't have enough princess dresses around this house. She inspires me to live every day the best that I can and to never give up. I want to be at her wedding, and I want to hold my grandchildren. I wish that she will be able to speak up for herself, stand up for what is right, to push, to inquire, to ask more questions if something doesn't sit well. It's okay. We can do that. At the end of the day, we are our own advocates. We know our bodies better than anyone else. Fight for it. I wish I did. I consider myself to be resilient, full of life, love people. I'm digging in my heels for this fight. And I appreciate all the people out there who offered me all the love and support. Remember to be gentle with yourself, to be loving, to be kind. Because if you don't, how can we expect anybody else to? I want to thank you for listening to me and taking your precious time to do so. Thank you so much.